Oh, we're live.
Totally live. Boo bam.
Boo bam. We are live for UFC 247.
What's going on, guys? We're making it happen. It's going on. It's the real deal. Fight conversations. Here we are. UFC 247 prelims. Oh man, this has been one wild fight right here. Giles versus Kraus. It was dominated on the back by Kraus in the beginning with the jiu-jitsu, and then the next thing you know, Giles is back in action. He's doing the damn thing. He's making it happen. But
it's been an exciting fight, man. Absolutely. Kraus coming in last minute like that.
We were setting up. During, and we missed a lot of action. We were putting the microphones and stuff together. We just had to pause and watch.
In the action, most of the setup was between rounds.
Yeah, it was a good little deal. So yeah, welcome. We got a great night of action. A couple of picks that or a pick that we had made earlier on the other night when we did our live stream.
Lauren Murphy came through for me.
Both
picked her. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good little deal. That's a nice little setup. So we got that happening. That's working in our favor. But here we go, round 3.
If you're in the group with us, drop a comment. We could see your comments and respond. Let's go, round 3. Come on, Kraus.
Yeah, so we're pulling for Kraus in this one because of why connections. Friend, we got some friends.
Yeah,
that know him. Where you guys hung out with him.
Shout out to SEG, Big Jeremy. Through him,
out in Minnesota, SEG Promotions.
Yeah, I mean Kraus is a cool guy for sure. We chilled with him over the night in Light nightclub, and he took this fight last minute. So got big respect to somebody who's willing to jump in a fight last minute, who's already stays ready, so they don't have to get ready.
Oh, Kraus just kicked Giles in the knee, in the leg with a solid kick. And Giles just made a Ric Flair woo noise, and sign that stung, that hurt. This has been a bigger fight. This has probably been more than Giles was expecting, to be honest. Didn't know what he was going to bring. His last minute guy coming in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, both of these guys have taken some damage. Fight's looking pretty even. I would say it's anybody's fight right now. They could sway the judges with a strong performance here in the third round at the end.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those fights, though. Right now, it's going to boil down to this round. Both these guys are throwing. Both these guys are landing at the same time. Right now, Giles is having the better of the mix. They're picking in big right hand by Kraus, big kick.
Let's go.
These combinations, they're one at a time, but deliberate in conversations.
Regain himself.
They're not like these quick by Kraus. They're not these quick timed type combinations. They're these type combinations where it's just haymaker after haymaker. Boom! He just threw a great leading hand. I mean, Giles is throwing his in between, but they're kind of not hitting their mark as much as Kraus when he's throwing his. Both of them just landed, and Giles got the better of the two in that exchange.
That was the wild swing. Kraus still moving forward. They lock horns. I think part of that has to do with the fact that, trained or has a game plan really for the other guy. They're both last minute looking at each other, just trying to, go off instinct and fight, with what they normally do. But there's really no game plan when you accept the fight 2 days before. So
this is definitely looking like one of those schoolyard fights, though. These guys aren't giving an inch. They're both trying to figure it out as it's going along. and they're tired now. Now this is a test of wills. What's happening in this little matchup, and Giles is looking a little bit more weary.
Nice elbow from Krause.
Both of them landed elbows. Giles with the sneaky left hand while Krause was coming in.
Krause coming in. They're both making each other miss.
Yeah. Oh, big shot to the liver by Krause. That was a great left hook to the liver.
He's got him up against the cage. Giles gets off the cage.
But it was that left punch to the liver, though. That was more of an arm punch. I think if he was actually able to sit down, as clean as that was, that could have doubled.
That was a nice counter right there. He
could have doubled over.
He slipped to the right. He came with the left, right to the body. That was nice.
Giles is looking like CM Punk who can fight. I'm just saying, you know.
Not Giles. You mean Krause?
Krause, yeah. Sorry, Krause, not Giles.
Yeah. He's looking a little CM Punkish right now.
I was gonna say
fighting way better.
I was gonna say Giles looks like Ricochet. If you follow WWE, you know what I'm talking about. Oh man, big bombs back and forth. Giles is throwing. This is stuck Krause.
Come on, hang in there, Krause.
Wow, what a counter. What a counter right hand by Giles.
Yeah.
And he got him, but he was falling in at the same time. So it made it look even worse. But I mean, wow, what a great shot.
It couldn't have been as clean as it looked because otherwise Krause would be asleep.
That is for sure. I think he caught a little bit of shoulder on that, but it was also why he was falling in. You know, it was an arm punch. You know,
at the end of the day, they got what they were looking for from this fight. An entertaining fight that goes up the time slot. And I think that Krause did a great job. Last minute filling in. I expect literally a split decision on this one.
You could definitely do a coin flip on this one. Split decision, you know.
I'm biased because I'm pulling for Krause. But, I mean, realistically, both of these guys, I can see an argument for them to win. Plus, I didn't watch this the entire time scoring each round. But that last round, you know, action back and forth. You could pretty much pick your side on this one because both guys took damage, both guys gave damage, and I can see this one going either way.
Yeah, there's a lot of ebb and flow in this fight. Not only that, but both guys kept pushing. You know, no one let off, no one gave an inch. So that's one of those things that we get to see, we get to do, we get to see and enjoy as a fans. You know, as fight fans. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I like a fight like that. It's too bad that a fight like that, you know, we can't have the option to go another round, right? It's too bad UFC doesn't have something where, you know, if the crowd is into it or if it's like close enough, we could get a fourth round in there, you know. I know that's not with the rules and that's not how it goes, but that would be cool to get a fourth round on that one. I could go for fourth, maybe even a fourth and a fifth.
That'd definitely be one of those things. The only thing is you train for you train for a 3-round fight. You give it your all, you blow your wad, and then they want to. That's like when some guys.
Well, no, you factor it in almost in sports like an overtime. You know, something where if they go to a draw, they go to another round.
Here we go. Here goes the decision. 29-28. Is it one each? Trevin Giles wins it. Razor close decision, man. Razor close decision.
I'm not mad at that. I think Krause fought great. At the end of the day, you know, Trevin Giles already had the spot locked up. If there was going to be a tiebreaker, it would have to go to him, in my opinion. This spot that he already had, and Krause had come in last minute. So that's a tiebreaker for me.
No, this is good. Hey, guys, I want to say I want to give a big shout out. He stopped in to see the fights here at Chonkless. Local comedian. He's behind us over here. My good friend Gabe Castillo. He's going to be joining us. Might be popping in on the deal, but we got the owner over here in the back. But Gabe, what up, dude? I just gave you a big shout out on the mic. Right on, dude. That'll work. That'll work. Yeah, man. People are piling in over here, so that's going to be a good little deal. Fucking hey, man. That'll work, please.
gonna go roll up for it. I'll give you guys the heads up if you guys want to like dip out, take a couple hits.
Oh, for sure.
Fucking A. Hell yeah.
Hey, that's Vegas for you right now. You know, it's definitely 420 friendly.
Yeah, the people taking care of us. We're taking care of the peoples.
I don't think Krause has anything to be ashamed of. I think he fought a great fight, and I think that he just got edged out slightly.
I think his stock rose on that. Just think if he trained for that fight.
Just think if he didn't take that last shot and he landed that last shot, he might have won the fight. It came down to those last few minutes, and that last shot that he looked like he ate might have in the judge's eyes.
Man, no, this guy's legit, and I can't wait to see him fight again. I think he's going to do the damn thing. You know, I think it's going to be a good deal.
No, great performance last minute. You know, he doesn't have a game plan set up for this particular fighter. He just came in, he gave it his all. There was a couple of situations where, you know, you could tell that they were just out there fighting. There was no 6-month camp for this one. It was 2 days.
Ooh, they're showing the old star-studded event with the fighters and the people coming in on the deal.
Eric Gordon coming in. Yeah, you're going to get a bunch of Houston Rockets in the mix tonight. You know, being in Houston, the Houston Rockets are coming out to watch the game. Eric Gordon. I wouldn't be surprised if James Harden was.
Dude, look at these numbers. Look at these numbers, though. Shevchenko minus 1,200 versus Coach Egan. At least the Coach Egan, it's come down. She was plus 900 earlier in the week. I'm still saying Taff is a good bet against Adams. Plus 200 on this. We had
I like Taffa. I like Taffa. Our
Taffa.
Yeah, I mean,
tell us what it is, guys.
Taffa, I say Taffa. It's plus 200, and shout out to Brandon Jenkins out there. He also picked Taffa plus 200. He put it on a nice parlay. I think he also had Murphy, so he's ahead right now.
Let's hope, man. Let's hope. You know,
hey, that's the fight game, you know. And also, when it comes to gambling, you know, you can't win if you don't play. So you got to put it in, and you know, sometimes you just got to grab your sack and go for it.
Hell yeah, man. Speaking of grabbing a sack, drink. What are we oohing about?
Yeah.
What's the ooh, baby? Oh yeah.
Oohing and drink right now.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, guys, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Man, who do you think's gonna pull an upset, or if it's just gonna be a mow over? Let us know. Let's have some. Let's have some ideas. You know, how you think this is gonna end? Is it gonna be crazy? Is it gonna be a clash? Throwing a fucking chair? Is this gonna be like Geraldo?
I don't think so. I don't see any Geraldo nonsense. John Jones is not gonna jump over the cage afterwards, a la
yeah,
Khabib.
But do you think anybody's gonna try and do that? Grab the brass ring, try to step out, try to steal the show, main card. You know, a hot interview. You got Derek Lewis. Everybody's waiting to hear what he's gonna say. If he wins.
Know, interesting fact, it's Derek Lewis's birthday tonight in his hometown. So,
Brandon Jenkins, it was a robbery.
What was the robbery there? Oh, for Krause.
Yeah, for Krause, I could say it
was pretty close. It was pretty close. Robbery is a little steep.
From what I saw, I thought it was fair. I didn't really get to watch it intensely, I should say. But you know,
yeah, we were setting up over here. I would have to give the first round probably to Krause.
I could see that 1 and 3. I can see 2 rounds easy. You know, 1 and 3. I can see.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. 1 and 3. But you know what? There at the end, you could easily have gotten an angle where in round 3 it looked better for Giles. That last punch, you know, a couple of those shots that landed, they didn't look good for Krause either. So,
do you think
I could see 3 going either way there? Honestly.
Do you think there's some bias in the judging? Was it because of
I could see
Giles
that
is
also.
More marketable? Is he
not only that, but this was his spot. He's already, you know, got himself onto the main card, and this was a last minute addition for Krause. So I think Giles with the momentum may have been added a little bias to the judging, as well as I think he looked like he handled that third round at the end there a little bit more.
So that was
it was really that close.
That was some home cooking.
I don't think so. I think it was really that close. Those last couple of the exchanges there at the end, they could have gone either way. And like I said, at the end of the fight, I expected it to be a split decision, and it was. But I mean, you could make an argument for home cooking, but maybe a little seasoning, but not much.
Well, what's the upside potential on Giles? I mean, he looked good. He persevered in that fight. You know, I mean, yeah, it looked like it was going to be a first rounder. You know, it was going to be It was looking like, and then he ended up almost getting on top.
I thought it was impressive for him actually because I thought that he was in trouble in the first round. I thought that Krause really had him locked up into some chokes, and he really was able to work his defense enough to get himself free, give himself life, and that was pretty impressive because I thought he was in trouble.
I don't know. You know, I could all make a case either way though, but I do have to lean. I would kind of go on that rounds 1 and 3. I support that. I'm with you on that, Brand.
Definitely round 1, in my opinion, went to Krause because that's when he was putting all those chokes on and he was dominating. I mean, you could even, that for round 3 for him too. I agree with that. But like I said, I think round 3 could have gone either way, and he just needed a little bit more output there at the end to land something a little bit more at the end there. Maybe a takedown, maybe to edge himself over the top. So I was rooting for Krause, but in all fairness, I think that was splitting hairs. It was that close.
I was going to say, in that case, it's almost like you got to you have to stop the guy. You have to beat the champion, so to speak, decisively, even though there's no belts or anything. But when you're going up against the hometown guy, man, you got to really leave it to where there's, if it was he the hometown guy, I don't know.
I don't know if he was the hometown guy, but he was definitely, it was his spot on the card, and Krause was the fill-in. So in terms of the fight setup, that was his spot. So I think Krause did great. I think he proved that he's a company man. He's willing to fly in last minute. He's ready. He's in shape. He'll get another fight, and I think this is going to lose a fight. You want to lose a fucking split decision by a hair that looks like you won, right? That still builds the excitement, That's what's up. So yeah, we're now looking forward to the next matchup coming in over here. So I think who's next? Wow, what do we got here? But yeah, who you guys got in the main event? Do you think Jon Jones is going to get it done tonight? This might be the last fight for Jon Jones at light heavyweight. He's pretty much wiped out the whole division. Who else is next? I don't know. Jon Jones is looking pretty much dominant right now. So this fight, huh? Yeah. So, what? Yeah, we got Hennessy on the rocks, please. Yeah, we're going live tonight, folks. Hennessy on the rocks. That's what it's going for your boy Les Locks Vegas right now. We're gonna go Hennessy on the rocks. It's a 420 friendly community here. So shout out to the cannabis community. Shout out to Jay Byrne. Shout out to everybody out there that's watching. If you're joining us in right now, shoot us a comment. We are getting ready for the next event here. And give us your predictions. Does anybody in the room right now that's watching think that Valentina Shevchenko could possibly lose tonight? I mean, that's a big dog right there. Murphy tonight, and she got the split decision win. So that was the first win of the night. I didn't pull the trigger on Krause because, I felt like it was an unpredictable situation where if he would have got a full fight camp and been fully prepared, I feel like he gets that win. But, I definitely advantage not preparing fully for your opponent when it comes to this level of competition. So I felt like Krause was at a disadvantage, so I didn't pull the trigger on that bet. And look, it went to a split decision and a hair of a loss. Brandon Jenkins thinks it was a robbery. He thinks it was some home cooking. I personally, I think it was right along what it should be. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Salute to everybody that's drinking out there with us in the chat room. You know, we see a bunch of you guys out there. Randy, the camera's great, bro. The camera's great. Big upgrade. If you guys tuned into us the last time for McGregor against Cowboy, you saw that the action was on point. The camera was not. So we're back this time around with an upgrade in technology. Shout out to Randy who hooked it up. And check out his page, Big Rando on YouTube, local food reviews. He knows a lot of great spots where you can get, you know, some tasty grub out here.
We need to do a collaboration and do some grubbing.
I mean, I'm 100% down with that. Fight conversations, make that food conversations. We'll get food fights, right? We'll get Big Rando involved. What do you think, Big Rando? You in for some food fights?
Food fight conversations.
We'll have food fight conversations. Yeah.
Chef fights. We should put the chefs up
Salute,
against one another.
bro. Shout out once again, Big Rando. Thanks for the camera. We're getting it popping. Fight. We're ready for the action tonight. Jon Jones is opinion. He rolls right over and continues on his dominance. What do you think, Trez?
Well, I'm with you in that. I'm with you in that logically. And then one of the things I saw that's out there right now, guys, is a big ass full moon, baby. Could be an upset in the making. Could be something happening, a little razzle dazzle. Who knows? Is it going to be wild? Is it going to be straightforward? Is it going to be like one of those deals where we get an epic battle to where we got to question what we saw? Me personally, I'm going to stick with my thing. I think Jon Jones is going to come out and going to try and reclaim the statement of being the guy to talk about in the only conversation to talk about in the UFC. Conor, with his last performance, that's what he did. He took all the steam. He took all the wind out of everybody else's sails as far as hype and what's going on. I think Jon Jones, I think he's coming in. He's going to do that. I think that's the game plan.
It's interesting because Conor McGregor, even though, he hasn't been as dominant as Jon Jones, he is the bigger draw. Conor McGregor, when he fights, everybody, it seems like stops and watches. Tonight, Jon Jones, he is kind of, in some people's minds, a foregone conclusion that he gets the win. It's, I hope that Dominic Reyes at least puts him to the test and he brings the best out of Jon Jones tonight. I want to see him challenge Jon Jones. I don't think he wins, but I think he wins just by challenging Jon Jones and maybe going the distance and proving that he's got some heart. Yeah, Valentina.
The Shevchenko just really looks. I like how they have Manscaped after they just show the chicks on the promotion. Manscaped right after
they knew every guy was watching at that moment. They're like, oh, we got their eyes. Throw the advertising out there for them. That's how it goes.
Dude. Unbelievable, like confidence, like it was just pure machismo coming from Shevchenko.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Just in the replays, it's going to take what it's going to take. It's going to take timing and power for how do you say it? What is it?
Shevchenko.
No, Chugin. What is it?
Chukagian.
Pardon me, guys. It's going to take that to be. She's going to have to hurt. She's going to have to give respect. She's going to have to. That'll be first.
I hope she performs well. She's from New York. I'm from New York. Obviously, I'm a little biased there. I'm pulling for her. Even if she doesn't win, I hope she has a good performance and shows that, she's a competitor and makes a name for herself for people to watch her again. And shout out to Long Island where she trains. Because at the end of the day, Chris Weidman has already established that fighters come out of the island, Strong Island. So
Hey,
let's do it.
real quick. They just had Latifi. They just had Latifi at plus 185. Is that the numbers that we had before? Because here we go, guys. First fight of the
Yeah,
night.
he's been
Lewis.
fluctuating 185 to 200, somewhere in there. There's usually a slight fluctuation. You know, they try to induce action one way or the other, the sports book that is. So,
A big rando's down for the food fights.
oh,
Yes.
yeah, that's going to be great. Absolutely, we got to do that.
Get it going, baby.
We might have to do a segment here at Chocolate's Cantina with the food fights with the wings. Some kind of a wing wars,
Oh,
you know?
shit.
Wing wars.
Bro, I know there's another guy in town. His name is Wing King. Goes
Wing
by the
King? Uh-oh.
And he's got good wings, but I got to be honest, man. Chocolate's, dude, unbelievable. But
That
here we go.
Aztec sweet chili sauce is something nice.
Oh yeah, hold on. Gabe just Gabe, you said he's from he's from Houston. Dad, Derek Lewis. I mean,
And it's his birthday, too.
oh,
Yeah.
man. So there's a lot riding on this. They gave him a little guy, but you know what?
This looks like a gift. This looks like a gift for Lewis, in my opinion. This is a good matchup for him to knock Latifi's head off.
I think we have.
I think I might roll my Lauren Murphy winnings right over onto D. Lou right now. D. Lou in the hue coming out strong.
I got it. I'm going underdog on this one. I'm
Going
going underdog.
Latifi, huh?
I'm going Latifi on this one. I think because I think he has enough to stay away. I think he got enough to stay away for the 3 rounds, not get clipped, and I don't think he gets put on his back. I could be wrong. I'm always wrong. Can't be usually right when I pick boxing.
Originally, I was feeling Latifi, and the more that I dug into the details of everything, the more that do what you gotta do.
Oh, yeah.
The more that I felt like Derek Lewis was more in a position to win this fight. So the fact that the line has come down, that shows me some people have taken a chance on Latifi. Maybe his muscular frame makes people think that he's going to have a chance. I personally think Derek Lewis's birthday in his hometown, he gets his KO tonight. I'm rolling the Lauren Murphy funds right on to Derek Lewis. Let's go. Black Beast for the knockout. Let's do it.
This fight is a class. We're picking opposite fighters. Hold on, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to help Gabriel.
All right. All right, guys, we'll be right back. A little 420 session here. You know how it goes. We'll be right back.